Once, a learned professor from the US was having a good bath in his tub, and suddenly he became enlightened. He had been meditating for many years, but you see, at the most strange moment, unexpected moment, while taking bath, he attained the stage of enlightenment. And he came out of his tub, started running towards the hall, because in the hall, Bhagwan Raman Maharshi was present. And he reached the hall, and from far away he asked the Bhagwan, Master, is this that? And the Bhagwan smiled and said, Yes, that is that. The man's joy knew no bounds. He was speechless. He fell at the feet of the Master, and tears started flowing from his eyes. Those tears were the tears of joy. Enlightenment is accidental. It is spontaneous. It is sudden by nature. However, it is not that you don't do anything for it. That is not the meaning. If you don't do anything for it, even the accident will not happen. The professor had been meditating for several years. He had been taking the necessary efforts. So efforts are required. And so the accident happens only to those who have been doing much for it. But it never happens because of their doing. This is the problem. It never happens because of their doing. It never happens without their doing. That doing is not a cause for it to happen. The doing is just a cause which creates the situation in them, so they become accident prone. That's all. So don't stop doing things. Don't stop taking the efforts. You need to get ready for it. Ready for the accident. Ready for the unknown. Ready, waiting, receptive. Otherwise, the accident may come and may pass you. You may be asleep. The unknown may knock on your door and you will be fast asleep. You will miss. You will simply miss. 8th house Anuradha, and the connection of Anuradha does create a possibility of experiencing the sudden transformation. The accidental enlightenment, it is possible, but only for those evolved souls who are taking efforts, who have been doing much for it. Always remember, enlightenment is like an accident. All your meditations will create just an accident, proneness, that's all. That's why even a Buddha cannot say when your enlightenment is going to happen. People may ask Buddha, and Buddha will say soon. It will happen soon. It means nothing. Soon may be the next moment. Soon may not come for many lives, because an accident cannot be predicted. If it can be predicted, it is not an accident at all. Then it is a continuity. Anuradha, because of its connection with the sign Scorpio, 8th house, does bring sudden changes. The surprise element is always present in Anuradha, and Rahu in Anuradha simply fires up this suddenness of Anuradha, which ultimately takes the native through many tragedies and accidents that eventually help the native to evolve as a much mature person. 8th house is very significant. If you truly want to experience spiritual transformation, then 8th house is very important. Moon in 8th house, Sun in 8th house, Jupiter in 8th house, or Rahu or Mars in 8th house is therefore highly significant in the overall spiritual progress of the native. However, any planet in the 8th house is bound to make you go through certain pain, certain suffering, because without the pain, without the suffering, without the losses, you will not wake up. And so, this pain, that 8th house lord or 8th house planet brings is not to hurt you but to awaken you and help you realize the true essence of human life and the life beyond. It is always good to remember that the greatest souls are awakened out of suffering. The most impressive personalities endures many scars.